Hello, it's Chad with Central Heating and Air. I wanted to explain to you guys what a pilot is, and I have a inverted water heater right now, basically. So anyway, the pilot is going to be just about the same on a furnace. Only difference is it's going to light a burner that's a different style burner, main burner. But the pilot burner here and the thermocouple, which you can see, so we have the thermocouple, we have the pilot burner, the hood, there's a tiny little orifice back in here, and a spark rod. So it's not a very complicated system. But anyway, I started it up to expedite this video. What I want to explain is how the pilot works, where you will find it, and how to light it. So let's get with it. The reason I started it up was to expedite the video. I'm going to go to off for a second. So your furnace, this is where I get the most calls, where everybody says, I think it's a pilot. So if your furnace was manufactured after probably 1989 or 1990, you'll have either a spark ignition or a hot surface ignition. So this is a hot surface. I'm going to show you. It's a glow bar. Okay, and this one's silicon nitride. There's some that are graphite carbon, but that's 120 volts. That's how that works. Now, the standing pilot's totally different. It's going to have a standing pilot. And actually, they made an intermittent pilot for a while there, but I don't want to get into that right now. I'm just doing a standing pilot. So I'm going to light it, push down on the pilot. I only have one hand, so this is why I'm doing this. Strike. Now, the thing is, I have to hold this until I heat this up, probably 30 seconds or so. Now, it should have already been hot, so yeah, it was already hot because I just had it lit. Okay, but normally you would hold it for 30 seconds. Now, let's do this. Go ahead and turn on the main burner. Ready? For me to burn my house down? Just kidding. I actually turned the gas way down, so I'm just going to give you a little sample. So here's how it works. When the thermostat in here calls for main burner, this 30 millivolts is going to actually open up. I'm sorry, the 30 millivolts holds the pilot on. That click you heard was a mechanical click to click on the main burner. So that's all it is. There's different types of valves, but that's how this one works. I'm going to kick this on. There's my burner. What you know, and here's about what your water heater is going to do. And then it's going to reach temperature and back to pilot. So that's basically how it works. This is the pilot tube feeding a small amount of gas into here through a little orifice. The spark rod, which I think you guys saw. Let me go to off. Okay, it's a little finicky, but the spark rod right there. And pilot burner. So hopefully you caught that. This 30 millivolts goes through the thermocouple, and that's what holds this valve open. Now, oh, actually, I got something really cool for you here. I'm going to show you that. Another farther breakdown of that. So, here we go. This would be down in here. So when I push, what I'm actually doing is pushing this plunger, allowing the gas through, and I'm energizing this holding coil. It's a copper coil inside of the there. Trying to get some light on it for you. So I'm going to show you something. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the torch. By the way, I should have said, don't try this at home and burn yourself down or your house down or have any injuries. This is, I've been doing this for 23 years, so that it's quite a bit of difference here. So please be careful. Anyway, I'm going to light this torch. See, it's not very stable, so I'm going to be real cautious. And go ahead and light it. Starting that. It's funny how when you record something, it doesn't work so well, like the second click. But anyway, as this cools down, you're going to be able to see this de-energize as the voltage drops, and the voltage is created by dissimilar metals. So let's see it drop, and we should have a plunger pop and close the valve. It's a pretty fail-proof invention that they had for years and years and still used today. And also, if you're going to change out your tank water heater for a tankless, it's probably not going to have a pilot. So there it went, click. So you may have to have a different type of gas pressure regulator installed outside. So just keep that in mind. If that's stumped a lot of technicians, what happens is you know, there's no longer any purging, so they have to purge outside through this tiny little pinhole. Hope that helps everybody. You know, it's basically this mechanical on off, spark, pilot, and then just the main thing is almost every pilot, yeah, every pilot, unless it's a intermittent pilot. I'll do a video on that. But any standing pilot, you're going to have to push after it lights, continue to hold, or it'll just drop. It was still hot. It didn't drop, but take my word for it, it will drop. So you guys be careful and take care.